Hello YouTube, this is my guide to loadout. There are it's basically Quake like game. It has all kind of machine guns, rockets, lasers, and all kind of that kind of stuff. It has 4 game modes. The first one is bliz. It's basically King of the Hill or raise the flag. There are on each map there various points where that individually activate, and then each team has to stand there, for example, for 10 seconds to score the points. Once one point is conquered, then they score 500 points, and that goes to 3000 or so points. Now the next game mode is deathsnatch. That's a team match game tag, but with a different flavor. It's a kill and collect. You have to call plutonium that you are carrying, and then you once you're killed, you drop, or you kill someone, you drop, and you have to actually go to the place where the person is to collect it on the map. So it's basically an assault and defend, and you have to. It's excellent for a team play options. Also, if you are killed, then a teammate can collect your file, so you can save the points. Now the next mode is extraction. Basically there's one collector per team, and you're collecting the plutonium that are the blue diamonds that are all over the place, and you have to throw them into the basket. Once you are the collector, you get a speed buff, and the plutonium can be used as a weapon, but you throw away your points, and the goal is to survive as long as possible and get as many plutonium as possible until the set score of 3000 is reached. And of course, when you're not a collector, it's your goal to kill the enemy collector and to prevent them from collecting plutonium, because once the carrier is dead, you can't they can't get plutonium for a couple of seconds, and your carrier can. And once the collector is killed, then the player who's next gonna be the collector is picked randomly, so that player might be in combat as well, so it's killed easily as well, and then you get more time to collect. Now the next game mode is the jackhammer. It's capture the flag game, but it's with interesting flavor added to it. It's not a flag, it's a hammer, but it works the same. You have to collect the hammer, and then the hammer is, instead of a flag, a hammer, and the hammer is a weapon as well. It instantly kills anyone who you hammer. The hammer has 5 charges, and it can only be used in melee range. And each kill you make adds more value to the hammer. The hammer score without killing anyone is 500, and it adds more points to it when you kill more players with the same hammer. Sometimes you get unlucky, then you it's a hammer versus hammer. You'll see that in the video, and it's basically who clicks first. It's kind of fun. It's kind of, I only can imagine how this game mode would be used as a match type game mode. And of course you have to defend your own hammer in the same time as attacking. That sometimes is hard, because once you're killed you can't reach, it's almost impossible to reach the other team's hammer. Okay, now let's move to the weapons crafting menu. These are the most interesting thing I think that is from the game. You can make all kinds of weapons, like a rifle, or a rocket launcher, or a pulse rifle, or a beam, and you can make whatever you want. Basically you can modify each weapon with scopes, with a scatter shot, a sniper rifle, the projectile bouncing, explosion on contact, or fire or damage over time bullets. Basically in the game you have to unlock in the tech tree every piece of equipment, and each piece of equipment has 3 levels, and each level increases its strength or abilities from that particular part, and that will change the behavior of your weapon. There are also healing types of weapons, and you actually have some equipment like a shield or hand grenades, but for example the hand grenades have different kind of effect depending on what you put on it. And you got also a deployable turret that heals or fires with a secondary gun, or for example. Now when you saved your weapon, you can go to the loadout menu, and there are 3 slots available for the free-to-play version, and you got 2 more slots to unlock in the store, and you have to buy them. You probably even have more, but you can also freely change the weapons within a loadout slot, so you don't actually need all the unlocks. It just makes it a little more handy. Each loadout, it's basically an option in the game that you can quickly swap your character look and which guns he is carrying, or what hand grenade or turret or whatever he's been doing. And you got the outfitter option. That's you can change outfits. You can earn other looks, or shirts or pants, or to when you play every day you get a daily that either gives blood, that's the currency for all to unlock the equipment, and or you get some pants or a hat or that kind of stuff. And then you got the locker menu that displays your current level, the progression of your how much you've unlocked for a gun, and it shows you your kills, your assists, your scores per minute, your kill death ratio, because people think that that's important, because it lacks in a lot of games. And there's a statistic menus with how you've been killed and how many headshots and how much money times or hours you spent in what type of each of the gameplays. And then you got an avatar menu with a picture of what you want for your name when someone is killed. And the overall view for this game is what I think is a great game, especially for a free-to-play game. If you like shooters and you've liked, for example, the old Quake games or Team Arena, it plays a bit of the same, but they're different and different game modes in it, with a little bit more flavor. I think this game has been well developed, and it's actually still in development as I make this video. So yeah, I think I will give it a 9 out of 10. This basically was my review and my tutorial, and I will catch you guys later.